Yeah, happy Monday, guys. I was like, wait, is it a new week? It is. It is a new week, and it is Monday. And jump on, friends. Say hi. We're so excited for you to join us for our Memory Lane event. This event is all about just taking a peek at some finished layouts. And of course, that's always exciting because it's just fun to reminisce and to celebrate those finished pages. So if you haven't joined this specific event, every month we like to spotlight a specific designer from the community. I'm so excited about today's guest, yes, you could say. But each month we'll pull out a few of their completed pages and we'll revisit them. And what's so beautiful about revisiting them together is that something maybe on the layout might hit you different this time or spark a new idea. And so it's not always about kind of starting from scratch per se. It's about like looking at our finished pages and let's, be inspired by those. So join us, say hi in the comments. We'd love for you to let us know where you're joining us from. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend. At least a little bit of renewal and just find some peace at some point during this weekend. I hope you did. All right, so yes, Debbie is our spotlight. So Debbie, of course, is a co-founder here at Kiwi Lane. She's not just one of our designers. She's a co-founder of Kiwi Lane. She's also my mother-in-law. So there you go.
Hi, David.
Hi.
So
that boy.
There you go. Yeah. So you guys are familiar with Debbie, but I love it because I want to, I was like, Debbie, we're going to spotlight you this month. We're like,
I'm like, no. I don't really like being in the spotlight.
I know, but it's so good to see your layouts. I love every page she's ever created. And I say that like sincerely. We were talking about your style a little bit, so to speak. And I was like, Debbie, it's something Shiloh and I both we kind of drool over sometimes your pages because Debbie has such a way. I'm using Debbie as like third person, but like you're right there. I feel like I'm trying to say it, but you have such a way of adding details that really kind of structure and feel very like what's the word? Like very like advanced, but they're simple. They're so simple. I know that's what I'm saying. They're such a simple touch. Like we talk about these little details, but you do it in such a simple way, but not the details are advanced. It makes the layout feel elevated.
To me, it completes the layout.
Right.
I'll get to a point where I have it all done and I'm like, okay, now what does it still need?
Right. And the funny thing is now, like just you saying that, like now, like you get so excited about it.
It is fun.
Yeah, that's so fun. So we're excited. We're going to take a peek at some of her layouts. Did you have a hard time deciding which layouts? Because I feel like every time I have somebody on, they're like, Susan, this is really hard to pick top layouts that you're like wanting to look at.
I did. My situation is that I got married 3.5 or so years ago. I was a widow, and then I got married again, and it's lovely. And excuse me, I fight a little cough.
Drink water. I hate when those things come on, especially during live. So I'm like, really?
I know during a live.
Like,
you have a lozenge already unwrapped.
Okay, well, good job. Yeah, no judgment here. Take a drink. Let's settle it. It's kind of worse when you don't distress it because you're always like, and you're like, okay, just give me a second, and then I'll.
I shouldn't have laughed so hard. When I laugh hard, I breathe in and then I dry my throat out. That's really all it is. But
so your situation,
he took me to Hawaii for a honeymoon. Many of you know this story,
right?
But we stayed. We didn't come back. We got a house. And that was about a year. We're back now,
right?
Illinois. We still have our
land.
But I didn't. I packed everything away
in a storage unit
in Virginia, and I started in Hawaii with nothing. I had my cutter. I sent my templates over. I got my Kiwi clubs.
Right. Kiwi clubs every month.
Kiwi clubs every month since then. And that's what I've been doing. Some of these are a little further back than that, which is really fun to go back and look through albums. Because we went to Virginia about 2 weeks ago to clean out that storage unit and bring things here because we've purchased a home here in Illinois.
Right.
And I spent Sunday going through boxes of albums that still need boxes of layouts that still need albums.
Okay.
You have some of those laying around like that.
Yep, I do.
And it was so fun. It was so fun to see these layouts that I haven't seen in 4 years. Yeah. It was really fun. But
talking about layouts, you have your layout or your albums behind you too. You have some finished I
have some here.
Yeah.
I have 3 of those clear 12 by 12 boxes full of layouts up here on the shelf.
You need more albums. Okay.
I have 1, 2,
you take a note. Your mom needs albums for Christmas.
Albums? Yes. I've got 7 more scattered throughout the house.
Yeah.
But I do have. I found another one just now.
That's
so anyway, it was lovely. And when I had bought 2, I thought I'll get 2 albums and put them in.
Enough.
I filled those really quickly, and then I took one into Earl, my husband, because he hasn't seen those layouts. You know how cool it is to show you layouts.
Yep.
And I have someone who hasn't seen them, so I plopped a really big one on, and he loved it. Aww. And then this morning he was making our breakfast, and I had another one sitting here from way, way back. And he mentioned how much he loved seeing those pictures from way back in like 2000. Oh, when Matt was a baby, my youngest sister was 8.
Right.
And just fills in some gaps for him. So they're so precious, these layouts, for so many reasons. So I absolutely love them. So I went through the albums that I had filled. And a couple that I pulled out of my stack of others. And I was looking for the details that I add.
Yep.
And I chose layouts that kind of showed maybe some different ones, although many of them have some of the same. But I have some that I'll just kind of mention what I specifically kind of did or wanted to focus on for that one.
Awesome. Well, do you want to jump into that?
Sure.
Oh, I don't know why they share screen share. Let's jump into a share screen share. Hopefully it behaves. Okay. Howdy, Misty. She says, howdy from Texas. Howdy, Misty. I love that.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah. All right. So here we are. We're going to take a peek at some of Debbie Bladh. I'm still getting used. I don't know why, but I still say Debbie Budge sometimes.
Well, go for it.
I know. Layout.
They'll go, oh yeah, Bladh. Debbie Bladh. I'm used to it now.
So here's this one, this one pager. What kind of what made you kind of pick this one to share?
I love this paper.
Hold on, it disappeared. We're gonna figure out why it disappeared.
I've got it right in front of me if you need it though.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure. Feel free to.
Keeps popping in and out. Share screen. We're going to try one more time with. Oh, yeah, that layout. Yes. Let's just take a peek at it.
Well, I love this. I love this kit. I love
that was a fun one, surprisingly.
So everything about this Kiwi Club, and it was March 2021, grow where you are planted.
Okay.
And so I love this. I love the pictures that, hey, I know Rowlett. The pictures of Rachel just were stunning.
Yeah.
What I really love was playing with layers. Details don't always have to be other things.
Embellishments. Absolutely.
The paper.
The layers. Yes.
And you can make details and really enhance the details of it just with the paper. So this kind of cluster here has actually 6 layers of paper on it. And it still kind of looks, I wish it could shine like you can see it in person. I know you all know this. You who scrapbook and add things. And take a picture of it. The picture never shows all of the things that
the fulfillment you get. Yeah, exactly.
I know. That's why you want people in person to see them.
Right, exactly.
But this is a lovely cluster of just a variety of the different things. And it's layered, and it was perfect. And then I simply added, like most people do, some little pen work.
Right.
I don't do as much as others. It intimidates me a little how much others do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Only because you know that it's permanent once you start going. I know that feeling. Yeah. You're like, oh.
I can't mess up my paper.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, and then all I did was add some gold glitter dots.
Enamel dots. Mm-hmm.
That's really all that's on this layout. I also kind of outlined in pen work the
background. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, little things
And
like that. And
because
that's
to me, it matched up to me with this title card.
I see.
See, you had some line work there, and I put some dots there, and then pulled it through here. Simple highlight to make it pop out, and then the paper and the layers did its job.
I could not agree with you more. That not all details mean hardware. Not all details. Oh yeah, see, you had to match it up. I've done that before too.
I know. Yes, I needed some of that paper, but but it worked.
Right. Some of behind the scenes that all of us as creators don't really get to see, but it doesn't,
I know.
it doesn't impact the end result. That's so fun. I will say I do agree that layering really just feels so satisfying. It's so catchy.
It is. It's like you can start, you put one or two and it looks good. And then you go, but if I tuck this in, or I tuck that in, or that on top, and then top it off with a little frosting. Frosting. Gold glitter. It's fun that way.
Okay, so we're going to try sharing that again. I'm going to close some. I think I might have too many tabs open, which might be, we're going to close some out and see which tabs to close. They're like reminders for me of things I need to do. And I'm like, oh, wait, which ones to close? Oh, Susan. Bad process. Bad process. Okay.
I do that a lot, though, too. I have lots of tabs open.
Pam says, love how you showed how you cheated, Debbie.
Yeah, she did. I mean, yeah, that's a loaded term, but yes, it's exactly.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
You know,
I had already made this was a kit where we gave you enough paper to do two-page layouts before we upgraded to 3. So I'd already done 2, but I had enough of this one piece to stretch it to 3, and I just did a 1-page. I don't do very many 1-pages, but I just wanted to highlight those pictures.
And that kit was so much fun. It's like one of the ones you just kind of want to use. So
it was.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to our screen here. Is it going? Oh, did I jump? Hold on.
You did, but that's okay. Oh, there we are.
Go back. Okay, here's the layout, guys. Let's go to the next layout. All right, here's the next one.
So if you notice, the pictures are of the same girl. This is my daughter, Rachel. And since I am now a great grandma, I don't always have pictures of, kids with me and family and, so, but I do have Rachel, and she likes to take pictures. And so she's
very
really
photogenic.
Scrapbook. Yeah. So I love this one. This is paper, the paper kit, Living the Wildlife from May 2022, just before I got married, actually. Okay. So this was the last layout I made in Virginia before Earl came and picked me up and took me to Hawaii.
Before you packed all your stuff up, yeah.
So, but what I love about this is that, if you've been scrapbooking for a while, or even current, you could have a stash of embellishments and bits and pieces. Like I started scrapbooking when Matthew was born, my youngest, 28 years ago. So over the years, you collect a bunch of things.
Or doodad. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't very often add these extra bits and pieces, but sometimes it works. And so I had some of these. Actually, Susan, I think I saw you using these.
Oh, yep.
way back. You have these, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I think you just used these on your Winnie the Pooh.
I did just pull those out of my stash.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I still have some of those too. But I had those, and I just wanted to add I did the whole layout, and I look at it. That's what I do. I do the whole layout. I don't even know ahead of time necessarily what I'm going to add, or if I'm going to add a lot or a little, but I do the whole layout just in the paper, do everything from the beginning, pull out my templates, design the layout, trace, cut, replace, and get it all done. And then I look at it and say, does it need something else? Or do I want to do something else? Or do I feel like doing that this time? Because I don't always. But this one, it was just fun paper. And so I wanted to add. So I've just got some of these Brads, this Joel Brads.
I loved that about that little arrow. It just called for a little something from your stash. Yeah, it just like
I do that a lot. You can see people you watch all the time. They have like Shiloh and her pen work.
Yeah, exactly. You love those little inside of centerings.
I do. I love to put something in there. And then I just had these leaf.
Oh, the little cream of leaf flowers.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
And then the green leaf. And it seemed to work. I always try to balance it. I'm a balancer. I like symmetry.
Yep.
So I put it on this.
So, yes.
And then I finished it off with just a piece of string. For some reason, I thought I just want something up there. I really like texture. So I like to add texture to pages. Most of the time I'll try to add something like that. So,
you know what I really love about this page? It's like the simplest thing, but my mind does say like, oh, I really don't know if I would have thought of it. How you have that flower at the tip of the center of the leaf. Like it's so delicate looking and yet so structured. And it just like, I don't know. It's so satisfying. I look at that and I'm like, that's so satisfying where she placed that, the placement of how you chose to do that.
And I think satisfying can be different for different people. So it's just fun. You have a layout done and you just look at it for a minute and go, okay, I got all the work done.
Yeah.
What does it need?
Yeah.
And this time I pulled some stuff from my stash that you inspired me to go out and purchase.
Yeah.
That looks really good. And I think that I'm going to use that. So it was fun to have that.
Yeah.
And
I love things like that when you add them to your stash, little white flowers or green.
I do
they have
too.
multiple use, right? Like they have.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's not one big thing. I'm just gonna use. I usually don't use, but little bits. I use a lot of epoxy dots. I keep a wide range of colors.
Yeah. Yeah, I really loved how Linda Hansen showed us how to make your own epoxy dots.
I know, because this is what I do.
Yeah, exactly. I do love epoxy dots. One, because again, they're simple. I really love simple. I love little simple details. But hey, I wanted to reverse really fast because I really do want to articulate this. And I know a lot of us are familiar with the scrapbooking process, but often we just kind of, it's so quick, right? You said when you finish a layout, you just sit with it for a moment.
I do.
Yeah. And I think sometimes I get in like, okay, I'm done. I got to move on, you know. But I've also have found myself sometimes walking away from a layout before I do the details. And then I come back because it helps me be not as like processed at all, you know, or done with it. And so it makes me revisit in a new light. But I think that's really fun that you kind of sit with it for a moment and just, you know, let it work.
It's so satisfying to create a layout and you have it. And I love paper. I love paper on my heart. And so to use that paper and put it together, the different patterns and placement and accessories that you use with your paper and stuff. I just love it. And but then at the end, I just sit and look at it. And I'm like, I'm okay with it. Or, oh, something's there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Really don't add tons. I have a layout. I did add tons, so I'll show you that.
Okay. Well, let's go to the next one here. We'll throw this back up here. Yep. Okay, so here's your next layout.
Yes. So this one is Harvest Memories, November 2024. So that was a more recent one. And I have started making journals in the last year or so, and so I use a lot of lace and sewing on pages for those, and burlap and just different things.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play with that on a layout. So when I did this one, I added that lace, if you can see it, right top and bottom. I just added that lace. It's the same kind of lace I use in journals, but I just loved
a little vintagey look to it. Yeah.
I really loved that. And then also I did my normal. I seem to need a dot in things. You called it on that. So
yeah, in the center of things. Yep.
I did that, and those are those epoxy dots that I use. But on this side, the other side for the scarecrow, I used some twine, and I took a needle and just
sprayed it.
Sprayed it. Put some twine here. There's my typical dot, and also, my typical dot. Oh, and then I put a button on his jacket like that. So it wasn't a ton, but to me, and I did do a little pen work on the flowers and on the pumpkin. It helps, like that.
Yeah.
But it was just enough to bring that cozy, fabric-y, lacy feel into this layout. And I find myself reaching for that with fall layouts for some reason.
Yeah.
I just really like.
I do agree with that sentiment or that comment of fall layouts do make me reach for lace or more more formal events like weddings or something. I always have this desire to pull in that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Buttons also for me are fall for some reason.
Yeah.
Like if I do a fall page, I'm always reaching for buttons.
Yes. It had to be a button. Well, part of the kit was a button. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
I can bring that in for real on the page. So.
Yep. So again, I think that's a good your little detail. I would have just buttoned and I was like, yeah, the button's good. But you actually put thread through that button. You know what I mean? So again, these little fun details, if you enjoy, or maybe if you want to enjoy the little details more, that kind of last phase of a layout, maybe this is just a little friendly reminder. Sometimes sit with it. And maybe it's not every layout, right? Maybe you're just every other layout or something, or just a layout and you hear Debbie in your head and you just sit with it for a moment. Let it breathe, right? Let it breathe. And then really pull it together in a complete way. Such a fun page. I love it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Jump to Christmas. David actually asked me this morning, he's like, is it too early to put Christmas music on? I was like, oh my goodness, we are just like jumping the gun.
This year, I have already played some. Play it. When growing up, it was really, whenever we decided we wanted Christmas, we put on Christmas music, but it was probably more like October.
Right.
That we started it. If the minute it starts getting cold, and we had a couple of weeks of really cold weather here, I did play Christmas music during those couple of weeks. But now we had 90.
Now where he gets it from. I was like, David, it's September. You yelled at me for putting up fall decorations. Like, all right.
Okay, so I found it interesting as I went through that I do kind of glamour up Christmas layouts more. There is something about, I love red and gold together at Christmas. At Christmas, I just love that combination of red and gold. So on this one, and again, in the layout, the picture, you really can't see what I was going to show you. So I pulled it out. You'll see gold, obviously, because I like gold.
Yeah.
So these are just these, I have a stash of those.
Thickers.
Yeah, thickers. And these are the gold glitter. I've used the gold, actually used gold and silver.
Oh, yeah, you can see that better in there. Yeah.
See, gold and silver. I used stickles for little, it's gold stickles. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
coming
Yep.
a little bit. You just have to catch the light.
Just to add a little bit. Now, so you doodled and then put a stickle in the middle?
No, part of the title
card. Okay.
Just put it in the, I put things in the middle of circular
Yes.
things, it
She
seems
likes
like.
the middle things.
But I got the stickles. But this is highlighting stickles on the opposite side with the tree. Now I'm going to see, I put gold stickles all along the bottom. Oh, they show so well in person. No, see, you can see it here.
Yeah, I can see it in the picture a little bit too. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like that up there too. It's not showing well on my camera. But I would put stickles on my finger rather than and I would just brush it at the top of.
Oh, the edges before you layered them all together again.
Is that better?
Yeah. That's really good.
And so you kind of did that to have a little bit more.
It's Christmas.
Yeah. No, when you were saying about your fingers, so before you layered your tree back together, you put the stickles.
Yeah, I wanted to spread it a little, not have it be a line. Or
right.
The line is kind of, I actually.
Yeah. Because sometimes stickles are kind of finicky, right? Like they're a little finickier.
Yeah, you'll have some gaps if you're trying to really outline something. But I just like the little bit of glitter. So I have a container full of stickles.
I know. I was just about to say that stickles. I haven't bought any more stickles from that first time. That it's kind of like eyelets, right? We kind of buy all these stickles. We bought all these stickles, and I was like, man, I still just try to use the stickles. But
I know it.
But this is what's so fun about talking about details too, is because we don't often remember to go reach for those things. And so it's a simple layer like this, the tree, where if you have the stickles, which I'm going to just assume a lot of people might, or if you don't, you really don't have to have it. But if you do have it, it's just such a simple touch, like nothing too technical, nothing too fancy. Just when you see lining or centers, edging. So if you want to edge something, stickles or doodling. If you want to center something, buttons or enamels. Right.
And then I used burlap for the trunk.
You know what, Tina? She was asking what template that tree was from. It is from, I'm trying to remember if that one's vaulted or not.
This is dressed in holiday style.
Yeah. I think, Tina, it might be in the shop still. It's a older one. Club kit again.
December 2022 for the paper.
Hit and miss. If we do have some, Tina, it might be low in inventory. So just go search in the search button in the shop. Search Christmas or something like that. No, the tree. Right. It was a really fun one. It's super fun.
It's a
great. Silver Bells is the set. It's called Silver Bells. It's in that set, Silver Bells.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah.
So, and then I love here you did the little two silver gold enamel dots on the black border too.
Right. Yeah, this is fun.
You know, another thing I'm going to point about your style that I've always noticed. You do a lot of the pattern as the base of your border, and then you always put kind of a supporting or a blender as a top border. Not always, but you do that a few times. I've noticed that in dissecting your layouts. So for example, you put the busier pattern in the back, and then you put the subtler one in the front.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I do that sometimes.
You do. You do.
I like playing with putting them together, and it also would be what I'm trying to emphasize or the feel or the mood of the page that I'm trying to do.
Yeah, the colors you're trying to pull out and things like that makes sense. But I'm not even kidding. You'll have to go back through your layouts and be like, I've noticed. I'm like, she likes to center. She likes to do this. And it's good because if you like the vibe, then it's something you can actually practical, like you can stick to it, and a practical focus, I guess is what I'm saying, that we can take. Okay, another thing about this layout before we move on.
Okay.
We're talking about details. We're talking about layers. Your detail is not necessarily always in the embellishments. We talked about that it could be in the layers, but it can also be in the photo matting.
Yeah.
right?
Isn't that cute? I love polka dots.
Right, we do love, we have that in common. We both are like, we love polka dots.
It definitely highlights that photo.
Yeah. Well, you did a polka dot one there, but then see you didn't matte every picture. And so that's a detail too in and of itself.
Yeah, I don't necessarily, I mean, when I first started scrapbooking, everything got matted, you know.
Right.
I
It was
started
trend.
going, wait, it takes a lot of paper. Let me try it. And we went with some layouts don't have anything matted, but
Yeah.
but I rarely matte all the pictures anymore. I like contrast.
Right.
And so when, like the two pictures on the right page, if I didn't matte them, they'd almost blend together. So by matting one, it pops it out and keeps them separate.
Yes.
And you focus on the matted one first, and then you go, oh, and look at that one too.
Absolutely.
But it just brings it out that way.
That's what we're going to talk a lot about in our upcoming guidebook. The new idea book is basically what Debbie just talked about, because it's these little reminders as us as scrapbookers of, again, that's what's the beauty of this memory lane event is. It's just these little details that sometimes really do make a big impact. They really do. Okay.
Okay. Now this one I went to town on.
Okay.
No, wait. Go back one.
Oh, nope.
Nope. Yeah.
Well, it was this one and this one. You want to do this one? We can go next to the
This
other
one I go to town on.
Okay.
And this was, again, things that I do in making journals. So this one is so cute because I just love the templates. I love anything farm-like or just
homey. Yeah.
That's me. But I decided to just really play with things. So let me point out the different things I did here. So I used twine. I made a rope.
Little lasso.
And
just a
put
little
that,
knot. Yep.
yeah. But you'll notice I sewed around this card. I didn't do a very good job, but I sewed around the card. And then I used some, it's kind of like cheesecloth.
Yep.
And just I wanted texture and different feelings. And, you know, I wanted things that kind of scream home to me. So I did that. I used, in the middle of this one, do you remember Nouveau dots?
Yep.
Yep. So that's what Bladh is. I was trying that out. I had picked some up at a show or something. And you can't really tell because they look great, actually.
Yeah.
So they just drop and then they dry. I did use pen work a lot in this layout. Yeah. So I've got it around all of this up here on the doors. There's a center. I put a dot on the center
in the door. Yeah.
So, and then on the other side, I used some purchased things, again, like that little flower, but I found some burlap.
Oh, your sticky note is on there top, on the top. Your little note. Yeah, there you go.
To remind me what kit.
Yeah.
So I used, again, some pen work, but I put some burlap dots, flowers.
This layout is making me want to pull this out. I can, I've been dying to do some falls, and I'm just looking at this, even thinking it in fall colors, like these same templates. The Hey Y'all templates would be so cute.
Yes, it is. Okay, so wait.
Okay.
I decided to dress up this tractor. So I used, again, dots in
the center.
That cheesecloth. But I actually put a piece of plastic there for the window and some lace behind it.
Oh, that's fun. So
on the barn,
are you like cutting and then fraying it on the cheesecloth or what?
Yes, I cut it and then I just pull at it. And then I just tug and pull at it. And I have actually, aged it with some liquidy thing that could age it and dried it.
Okay.
Just had that in my stash for journaling.
Yeah, you use that for your journalings. Yep.
Yeah. And then I also have plastic under here. Nobody knows. And there's a piece of lace there. But
nobody knows, but you know, and it was so fun.
It was so fun. I do it for me. I'm like, oh yeah.
Right.
And it was fun, and it satisfied that craving,
Right.
that type of layout for me that I had at that moment in time.
Well, that craving, and that's such an valuable thing, because I know
Mhm.
scrapbooking, I always say this, like scrapbooking is such a special hobby because it's that creative fulfillment, which when we say creative fulfillment, by the way, and we hear that term a lot, what we're really saying is a sense of joy, right? There's a joy and a fun, and that should not be underestimated.
I
Like,
agree.
those things are very important to our health, our hope, our happiness. Now, take that, which a lot of hobbies offer, that creative fulfillment, and now throw in your pictures, and you got that gratitude coming through, and you got that reminiscing coming through. You have that sense of grounding coming through, and it's just this beautiful package that is very,
Very fulfilling.
very powerful. Yeah.
Just looking at them is making me smile.
Okay, so Dawn asked, when you sew around things, are you using a sewing machine?
Yeah. Well, you can hand stitch. I've probably done that somewhere.
Right.
But I now sew on paper all the time for journaling. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do that on this.
Yeah.
I get better at it as I do it, but it's so satisfying.
Yeah. I know. I keep thinking I want a little table. I have my sewing machine tucked in a cupboard, right?
It's right here beside me.
Well, I know. I just don't have any. I need to find a space where I could put my sewing machine on, because I think I would use it more if it was more
out
hand. Yeah. Because for me, it's like, oh, your pants need hemming, or you need a thing fixed. But I'm like, dang it, I have one. I should just pull it out and use it more on the sewing machine.
I know.
Every once in a while I'll get that itch. But yeah, this is such a fun layout. I love all the little details. And again, it's that mixture of pattern paper, layers, simple touches, and little details and texture, I think.
And the pictures are great.
Yeah.
Grandkids visiting farm animals.
Yeah. Dawn, there is, we did one. I will find it in the community, Dawn. And if you're in the community, over in the circle community, we did a tutorial on sewing on pages. Now, with that said, I think there's a lot on YouTube too in regards to that technique.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. Like Deborah Johnson.
I know she's done amazing.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot more lately and finding joy in that too. But we will share more of that. If you guys are interested, we'll share more of that, because it is a fun little extra tip. It takes a little bit more time, but if you're wanting that like extra layer to your page, it's very inexpensive
and very satisfying if it's something you want to do.
Yeah, it is so fun.
This is your art form.
Okay, so here is.
Okay, so this one, this one I chose because those Nuvo dots, those liquid dots, made a big difference. These are all those dots.
Yes,
and it made a difference to that tree. On this tree, it gave it a, I don't know,
folk feel,
or folk feel, or something about that. I used pen work. You can see
from the template.
There's pens, the white pen, and then filling it in with brown.
Okay, but you fussy cut those little red papers out and then pen worked around it?
Those aren't red. Those are brown.
Oh.
Brown pen.
I did that all with pen and the stencils that were part of the kit.
Yeah, I had to come in closer. Okay, so that's because those stencil designs were on that template.
They were.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought, well, let me make it kind of, I don't know, Scandinavian feel or something.
Okay, but that's a really good tip, because often when we stencil, you can go back to the share screen. That one extra detail of tracing, outlining it in white pen again. Like, I know this is something we've seen again, but I'm just going to hype on it, because that's what really takes it more structured, like we were talking about at the beginning. Because if you imagine that being like the pen or the brown, it could feel a little like loose on the edges, but I really love that extra whiteness around that. And maybe again, it's just the whole page as a whole, and it matches the vibe, because that's all considerations as well.
Right.
So.
And the other way, go back to where I can put this up.
Okay.
Because I played with the candle. And let's see, where did the candle? Oh, there it is.
Right there. Yep.
With the Nouveau dots, making drippy wax.
Yeah, that's fun.
You see that shine like that?
Now I want to just create Christmas pages. This itches, yeah, the holidays. Fall pages, Christmas pages, they're on the horizon, guys.
And I didn't really do much else. The other page just has a couple of dots on it, epoxy dot or jewel things, and paper, the lovely paper. This was really cute paper and really adorable pictures of Aaron and Jen and the kids.
Yeah, that's really cute for sure.
That was fun.
Well, and on your right side of your page here, again, from Design Principles, because you're naturally doing them, but I always like to showcase them. A balance. We're talking about balance too in the mix of layers, right?
I always like the gold or this color.
Mm-hmm.
If you count, I have it in 3 spots. Actually, I have 4 on this one.
Yep.
I have it in 4 on that one.
But your green is a triangle visual here.
I try to. Yep, absolutely. I try to balance
symmetry. Again,
for me, that seems to be what I like best. So
I love symmetry. I love balance. I love layer because it's just something you can accomplish, right? You have this framework that you can work with, and it helps you guide your decisions. Like it helps guide my thought processes when I'm scrapbooking.
It does me too.
Yeah.
If you see these flowers, the kind of pinky.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
And that is on purpose. I do that on purpose to bring that kind of symmetry or something that pleases my eye. It pleases my eye. So I will always look at it and go, oh, wait, I need that color over here. And then I find a template to use to bring that color into the layouts.
Right. Which is something we harp on a lot.
Yeah.
And I will say the layering again on the trails. Often trails, you're like, oh, I'll just put one down. But you're like, I cut one. And then you're like, probably slapped it back on top. And you're like, yeah, let's do another one.
Exactly.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, here's another layout.
I know.
2 more, guys. Are you guys all dying to go
Only 2 more.
I know.
So sorry. But again, Christmas. But I just wanted to show that, again, I like kind of glitter and shine on Christmas things. So these are where I've just used, and they don't show well on the page because you can't see the shine, but I've used just jewels I've had around forever.
Oh, fun.
See the shine in that?
Yep.
And they're just those old sheets they came in.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I just snip off a strip and add them on. I have the gold glitter. I have the epoxy dots in the middle of things, or the tips of things, or the end of things, So I use that a lot. Now those are jewels that time.
Or the corners of things, because on that title card right there, you did it in the corners.
Just the one corner, yeah.
No, you did it in the 4 corners on the title card in the center.
Oh yeah, I did on that one.
Yeah, you did it in the 4 corners there too. Again, structure. There's a sense of grounding structure. Yeah.
But I put a whole lot of them again on. Well, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? She says.
It looks like a very Whoville kind of tree.
I know.
Yeah.
But they're again kind of gold. I tend toward that. Or
tucking, layering.
So that I have a little punch, so I punched it so I could put a jewel there. Some epoxy, and then I just cut from those strips.
Okay, but I'm gonna ask again, like on that tree, what drew you to doing that? On like, I don't know. Many people would say put that flower on that tree.
I know, but
so
it needed brightening up, and I was putting jewels around. You can see some. I'm trying to catch the light for you, but at the top of these, that same string. So I was making it shimmer and shine with those types of things, and that tree just looked like a Charlie Brown tree with that.
Right.
it needed a little. And I thought, oh, we'll do it down there. That's where most of them are clustered anyway.
Okay.
Throw
And so
the
you kind
flow.
of kept the heaviness towards the bottom in that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I decided to do it that way. But when you look at it in person, because this is all full of glittery lights,
Right. The tree
but
itself.
I just wanted to add some of that to complement
The sparkle. Yeah. Yeah. Super cute.
Now, the last page.
Okay. Oh, Joni says, question, are these layouts saved anywhere so we can go back and look at them? These are all Kiwi Club kits that Debbie's showing because
Absolutely.
for Debbie at this point in her scrapbooking journey, she definitely only scrapbooks with Kiwi Clubs at this point.
I do.
Yeah. So
In
she
fact,
always
when I
scrapbooks
was
with Kiwi Clubs.
unpacking my boxes of stuff and going through
Right.
them yesterday, I thought, oh, look at all these Cartabella. What am I going to do? So I do have some more paper now.
Right.
I'm going to have to start a scrapbooking group out here.
So the point of saying that, I guess I was saying is, yes, they are in the Kiwi Club Digital Idea Book library. If you're a club member, you have access to the full digital idea books that we put out every month to coordinate with our Kiwi Club. And I think Debbie, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but part of your Kiwi Club is when you sit down and scrap, you just want that easy. You just want that breeze of using the kit. So you're just like, nope, I'm just going to use the kit at this point in my life.
Oh my gosh, I love our paper. I love our kits. I love everything about it. And I reach for that first. If I had to do more, if I were doing an album and so on, and I would reach for others. But I don't even shop for other paper.
Right. I know.
Yes.
So if you're not a club member yet, that's our spill for you to join us because it's great to use your supplies. We are huge advocates here at Kiwi Lane to use your supplies, and we're not biased when it comes to paper. We think beautiful paper is beautiful paper, but
that's how we make beautiful paper.
Yeah, right, exactly. But to have a kit, it's actually why we started to make it, is because we felt a little resistance still within the paper when we sat down to scrapbook. We had this system that helped us to tackle the design step of the process, right? But we still felt this kind of weight adding to our experience through the combinations of papers that were being kind of put into collections, but not really doing any of the heavy lifting on your behalf for you as the designer to use the kit. And so that's what really made us actually say, okay, we know there's a lot of paper in the industry, but we need this. Like we everything starts kind of like because we're scrapping. We need this. And then it was the same way with the designer templates. We need something to help us to get back to enjoying scrapbooking in the way that we want to enjoy it. So, yeah.
And I, for those this is the Santa's Workshop, December 2024.
Okay. So she's sharing with you which one it's coming from, Joni. So hopefully you can go find that. 2024. Okay.
2024.
Yep. Okay, and then the last layout you said?
The last layout, you can go ahead and put up the picture.
Okay. Oops, cancel. Popped it off, but it will take 2 seconds. There we go. We're there. Okay, this last layout.
This last layout I really love. And there are days when I make a layout and I look at it and it's just perfect for me. This layout is nothing but paper. Mm-hmm. There's not a dot. There's not a pen mark. There's nothing on it but this club paper. And I love that. And I have those in my albums too. It's so funny when I go back and look at this now. I'm like, oh, well, I could take my pen and do that and that and that and that and that's something.
Right.
But at the time, it was perfect. It was a simple, beautiful, nature-like layout, and it didn't need anything else.
And carefree. Yeah, it has a very carefree feel about it. Yeah.
It has lovely layers.
Right.
I was able to get the feeling of that detail and such that I like just because I was able to do some good layering on it. Mm-hmm. But I love it. And sometimes you want to add something and sometimes you don't, and that's okay.
Right.
Both beautiful. So
yeah, both beautiful. But again, I think the symmetry is there, like you're talking about. I think there's a sense of just the structure of the balance of the patterns that we're talk about often in QE. But you don't have to be so, again, if you don't have these extra embellishments in your stash,
Right.
you know, it's not required by all means to make a very structured, balanced, beautiful page.
Right.
It's amazing what you can do with paper for sure. So Pam says, love how you used that tiny tree as an arrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
on the white title card. Yes, over there. Yes.
yeah. And I love the pictures.
Yeah.
These are great pictures.
And you know, and part of that arrow becomes a tree, the tree becomes the arrow. It comes through the playing, the permission to play, and
right.
I think that's really great. Yeah. Adds to the versatility for sure, naturally. Oh, now I want to pull out triangles, like all triangles. So I love that. All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us for this Memory Lane Monday. I hope that you have felt inspired. I hope that you have felt encouraged as well, to just let your page, like sit with your pages for just a little bit longer. You know, something we've been really talking about in 2025 is less overthinking, more creating. And part of that, I think, is also less overthinking can absolutely imply, you know, taking each phase of a layout, a little here, a little there. It doesn't always have to be so quick and done. You know
Right.
what I mean? It can be a little here and a little over there, because often I think the overthinking can absolutely show its face, because we feel in order to enjoy our hobbies or to open up our craft rooms means we're going to have to need 3 hours, 4 hours. But I think that that's, you know, kind of talking about the little details. You sit with it, you come back, you kind of look at it again sometimes, and that really adds to that finishing touch of your page, that this hobby has. So, all right. Well, thanks guys so much for joining us. I agree. I love all of Debbie's pages. I wish we could just keep going. We'll share more and more. Of course, you guys see all these in the community, so jump in the community, take a peek at them. But more importantly, go play to create. Put some time on your calendar, have some fun, play with your designs, and see where your creativity takes you. So, all right.
Enjoy, have fun.
All right. Bye, guys.